How viewers, here is a 42-inch Murray Feiss ceiling fan. This is in, or at least what was, polished brass with some kind of a teak looking blades with cane. It's a very small cane compared to what's usual, the way it's woven. See if we can take a look at the informations here. I can't read them from where I'm standing, but I think they should be clear. I'm using the Sony camera, which usually focuses up close just fine. This is a model that's kind of out of the ordinary from the stuff that I usually get. I'm not a big fan of these kind of vents. Some people call them foot vents or whatever. I prefer the GE vents like on this fan. But it's not terrible. And I don't usually mess with 42-inch fans much. I just don't find them super useful. But this was there and it was cheap and it's pretty nice looking fan, so I got it anyways. This, in fact, this is the fan that had that super dangerous mounting bracket that just completely disintegrated as I was trying to screw it together, and so consequently I'm using a non-OEM bracket with it, and a canopy don't fit, but you know, whatever. I'd rather the canopy not fit than the thing full. That's what the canopy looked like. It's got some kind of ribbing on the top there, otherwise it's pretty plain. The housing is pretty plain, no filigree. The motor is ventless. Came with a tassel, which is nice. Don't have too many of these. But it's a classic 80s piece. It belongs in my collection for sure. Let's go ahead and start it up on the high. Oh no, it's going the wrong way. I'll be flipping commentary on that. The blades are kind of out of clock. Actually, they're really out of clock. And so consequently it does wobble, but not too bad. Actually, it's not too bad at all. I thought it was worse for some reason. I got this from the Goodwill, and it was in the box of another fan, which is a pathetic model. Well, let's go ahead and peep that box real quick, because the specifications of the previous fan, or of the fan that I would guess replaced this one, is comical. So this is the fan. This is the box that the fan came to me in. And look at the airflow. 1980 CFM. This is, I believe this is a 52-inch fan. Where does it say? Oh, it's in the centimeters. Yep, it is the 52 inches. And it doesn't even move. 2000 CFM. And supposedly this is going to be ideal for over a 400 square foot room. I don't even think this would move the air in a 100 square foot room. That's pitiful. I can guarantee that this fan that I have in here now, which I suspect the other one replaced, which is smaller, almost certainly moves well over 2000 CFM. This is quite powerful for a 42 inch. There's a very strong and steady breeze under here. I figured it would move good air to motor's pretty heavy and the blade's got a decent pitch to them. This probably got replaced because it was so-called outdated. Well, if it lasts 40 plus years and moves a good amount of air, it never goes out of date in my opinion. It's pretty quiet on the high. Let's go down to the medium. I'm going to off this heater so that we can hear it better, because it does get kind of noisy on low. Even on the medium, it's still pushing a decent amount of air. This is probably what it feels like standing under that other new fan. What a hunk of junk. Okay, that's really odd. That is really odd. When I first got it, the motor hum on low was outrageous. It sounded like a 220 volt fan on a variable speed or something. It was awful. And then I had it running for a while on high, and the noise went away. So, okay. It's tolerably quiet on this speed. Now, it is in fact still moving some air. It's a very nice low for a 42-inch fan. Usually 42-inch fans are kind of fast on low, but this has got a pretty nice slow speed to it, and I can still feel the air moving around. This is a pure quality piece. That's why I got it, because it's a good quality fan, and I'm sure it'll last another 50 years or more. Let's go straight to high, listen to the startup sounds. It's so quiet compared to newer fans. I mean, you can hear the motor a little bit, and you can hear the air moving, but it's so quiet. It's unobtrusive. Really nice. The chain is smooth and fluid. Everything about this is just built correctly. So that's that, a 42-inch Murray Feiss fan. I thought it was going to need to be revarnished because of how loud it was, but I guess not. It's pretty quiet now. Maybe the bearings should be replaced. It seems like it's slowing down pretty fast. So maybe it's due for the bearings to be changed out. But that's no big deal. After 40 years, if the bearings want to have an issue, you know, whatever. I don't recall if there was a date code on here. Now this may be like a real early 90s product too. Let's see if I can peek the information from down below here. Let's see. 89-7F made in Taiwan. Now I know people are going to say, oh, let's assume it's 1989. I'm not going to make that assumption. It's possible, but I am done with assumptions. I just don't mess with them. I don't see any other information on here. I think that's the only tag. Yeah, that's the only tag. I think it's probably a late 80s fan. Mid to late 80s. The styling and the performance and the quality kind of all matches right around that time. So that's that. A nice fan. Got to get a new mounting bracket that the canopy fits, and the finish isn't the greatest, but mechanically it's pretty good.